Where am I at in life? Oh, wow, my man, look, things are going so wrong. I ran over my chair. No, I ran over my toe with this chair. That is exactly what happened. I ran over I ran over my toe with this chair. My camera is at a wrong angle. I don't have my lights on. Okay. Okay. Look, real problems right now. But we're gonna go into Acts and we're gonna see the defense of Paul. It's a good time. So let's get things going. What are we getting going? Things. Share screen and share General Piggy right there. Bam! Wow, that's kind of messed up. I want to do it how I did it last night because how I did it last night was fucking awesome. Is it this one? Mm, kind of, sort of. Is it this? It's this one. Hmm. Yeah, this one's the best. I like this one. Hmm. So, man, my fucking toe hurts. uh, my, uh,
My toe hurts, and I can't get my concentration together because my toe hurts. It's a real problem that I'm having with my toe right now. But it's not broken. It's just doing painful toe things. Feel bad for me, damn it. Okay. Okay. So, we are on Acts 10 and my fucking toe hurts. Okay. Caesarea called Cornelius, a centurion of what was called the Italian regiment, a devout man and one who feared God with all his household, who gave alms generously to the people and prayed to God always. About the ninth hour of the day, he saw clearly in a vision an angel of God coming and saying to him, Cornelius. And when he observed him, he was afraid and said, toughen up. What do you mean? I tried to rub dirt on it and also ice. But have you ever ran over your toe before with your full body weight sitting in the chair? I don't even know how the fuck that happened, but it did happen and it was painful to my toe. Just okay. So Cornelius said, what is it, Lord? And he said to him, your prayers and your alms have come up for a memorial before God. Okay. Okay. Now, send men to Joppa and send for Peter. Send for fucking Peter. He is lodging with Simon, a tanner, whose house is by the sea. He will tell you what you must do. And when the angel who spoke to him had departed, Cornelius called two of his house servants, a devout soldier from among those who waited on him continually. So when he had explained these things to them, he sent them to Joppa. Okay. The next day, as they went on their journey and drew near the city, Peter went up on the housetop to pray about the 6th hour. Then he became very hungry and wanted to eat. But while they made ready, he fell into a trance. And, oh, man, fucking Peter. They made 7. He saw heaven open, an object like a great sheet abound at the corners, descending to him, let down to the earth. In it were all kinds of 4-footed animals of the earth, wild beasts, creeping things, birds of the air. And a voice came to him and said, "Rise, Peter, and eat." But Peter said, no fucking way, you're tricking me, Satan. And the voice said, "My name is not Satan." Wait, hold on.
My name is not Satan. My name is God. Listen. What God has cleansed, you must not call common.
Okay. Okay. And then a voice spoke to him the second time and said,
What God has cleansed, you must not call common.
This was done 3 times, and the object was taken up into heaven again. So when people say, when I'm like, Peter's definitely in hell, people are like, but Jesus asked him 3 times. Are they talking about this? Because I don't remember in the story of Jesus where Jesus is like, Peter, do you love me? I don't remember that, but it might have happened. But is this what they're talking about, like for real? Because A, this is not Jesus, and B, this is about food. And God's telling them they can eat bacon. God's like,
Eat bacon. I tried it one time and I was fucking flabbergasted at how amazing it is. So eat bacon. Yep.
okay. Anyway, now, while Peter wondered within himself what this vision which he had seen meant, behold, men who had been sent from Cornelius had made inquiry for Simon's house and stood before the gate. And they called out and asked whether Peter was lodging there. And while Peter thought about the vision, the Spirit said to him, "Go downstairs, there's some dudes." Then Peter went down to the men who had been sent from Cornelius and said, "Yeah, I'm Peter. What about it?" And they said, a Cornelius. Why do they say this name so much? And again, why are they putting Peter's story in this defense? Are they laying groundwork for what Paul's about to do? Because Paul doesn't do no shit like this. But I guess maybe they're like building up. I don't know. I'm not sure why they put this in here. Okay. So the centurion sent us, who fears God and has a good reputation among all Dosuden, and was divinely instructed by an angel to summon you for his house and hear words from you. Yeah, you want to hear words from Peter. Peter didn't understand a fucking thing, but okay. Peter is going to go talk to this guy. So he let the people in. So he let the dudes in. Wait a sec. Where am I at? So he let him in. And on the next day, Peter went away with them, and some brethren from Joppa accompanied him. And the following day entered Caesarea. Oh, they entered Caesarea. Now, Cornelius was waiting for them and had called together his relatives and his close friends. And as Peter was coming in, Cornelius met him and did the face thing and worshiped him. Kick him in the fucking face. Kick him while he's down there. Peter, because you ain't shit. Look, I got something to say. But Peter lifted him up and said, no, stand up, because I ain't my shit. But actually, he said, I am also a man. And as he talked with him, he went in and found many who came together like butt cheeks. Then he said to them, you know how unlawful it is for Das Juden to keep company with all you stupid people. I mean, all you people. But God has shown me that I should not call any man common or unclean, because God tasted bacon. Yeah, that's why God had a taste of bacon and was like, oh, I need this all my life right now. Okay. Anyway. Okay. Yeah. God has shown me that I should not call any man common or unclean. Therefore, I came without objection as soon as I was sent for. I ask then, for what reason have you sent for me? And Cornelius said, 4 days ago, I was fasting until this hour, and at the ninth hour, I prayed in my house, and behold, a man stood before me in bright clothing and said, Cornelius. God said, what's up? Send, therefore, to Joppa and call Peter. He is lodging in the house of Simon by the sea. When he comes, he will speak to you. So I sent for you, and now you got to speak to me. And you have done well to come. Now, therefore, we are all present before God to hear all the things commanded to you by God. Nothing. He said nothing to Peter because Peter's in hell. But okay. Then Peter opened his mouth and a giant burp came out. That's my toe hurts. Okay. Then Peter opened his mouth and said, in truth, I perceive. So God didn't tell him, he perceived that God shows no partiality, but in every nation, whoever hears him and works righteous is accepted by him. The word which God sent by him. No, it's accepted by him. The words of God sent to these terrible ass people, preaching peace through Le Christ. He is Lord of all. That word you know, which was proclaimed throughout all Judea and Jewland, and began from Galilee after the baptism which John did not want to do before Jesus baptized him, but Jesus forced him to. And it was so fucking funny because John did not want to do it. Oh, that was a hell of a scene, though. Baptisms are tight. Okay. After the baptism, where am I at? It began from Galilee after the baptism which John preached. Now, God appointed Jesus of Nazareth with his Holy Spirit and with power, who went about doing good. Yeah, his shit talking tour / wellness clinic. Yeah, Jesus was, man, his shit talking tour was some shit for real. I would go on that tour again, maybe, but I would stop before he died because it's really sad. But Jesus' shit talking tour was hilarious. And he also had a wellness clinic. Yeah, it was a thing that happened. How God and the Holy Spirit and with power, who went on his shit talking tour and wellness clinic. For God was with him, and we are witnesses of all things. Shut up, Peter! You stupid piece of shit! You were not. No, I hate him. I hate that guy. He's a lying fool. Okay. Now you say you're a witness. But when Jesus needed a witness, you were like, I don't know that guy. That's why you're in hell, you asshole. I hate this guy. My toe hurts. Okay. Anyway, went about, and we were witnesses of all things except his death, you dickhead. Look, which he had did both in the land of Das Juden and in Jewland, whom they killed by hanging on a tree. Which is like, cursed is a man who's hung on a tree. Yeah, Jesus was cursed from birth. Look, God raised up on the third day and showed him openly but not to all the people, but to certain witnesses chosen before by God, even to us who ate and drank with him after he arose from the dead. Okay. But Peter was the first one to be like, no, that shit didn't happen. But it definitely happened. And Peter had to see it to believe it. Yeah, that was the thing that happened. Who ate and drank with him after he arose from the dead. And he commanded us to preach to the people and testify that it is he who was ordained by God to be the judge of the living and the dead. To him, all the prophets witness that through his name, whoever believes in him will receive remission of sins. And again, remember, remission does not mean gotten rid of. It means it's playing hide and seek inside your body somewhere. So remission means to go hiding. So sin is always there and cancer is always there. Again, it depends on your choices. It's a thing that happened. Okay. Well, words. While Peter was still speaking these words, the Holy Spirit fell upon all those who heard the word, and those of the circumcision. Why do they care about dick so much? Every fucking 5 paragraphs, there's something about a dick. Look, of those who chopped the tips of their dick off, who believed were astonished, as many as came with Peter, because the gift of the Holy Spirit had been poured out on the Gentiles also. This is not real life. Also, for they heard them speak with tongues and magnify God. That didn't happen. That did not happen. Speaking in tongues is a made up fucking thing that they put in here to make everybody feel good. Because really all you're doing is blah, 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 and then running around in circles looking like a retard in the middle of church. Gay. Yeah, I know. That's why I try not to say. I didn't say the specific religion. I just said those people. Then Peter answered and said, can anyone forbid water that these would not be baptized who have received the Holy Spirit? Wait a minute, time out. You have to be baptized to receive the Holy Spirit. That is a real life fucking thing. And that's how you know this shit did not happen. Because you had to be baptized first. Real life, it's a thing that happened. I swear. Okay. And he commanded them to be baptized in the name of the Lord. Then they asked him to stay a few days. Okay. So, why are they having this in here for a defense of Paul? Well, it seems like the thing Paul's trying to preach, They're trying to put in here that Peter did it, so it's a real thing. Even though this last paragraph was not a real thing, because you have to be baptized in order to hear the Holy Spirit. But that speaking in tongues shit, that is not a real thing. Again, it's just something to make people feel some kind of way. But I mean, I could be wrong, but I highly doubt it. Speaking in tongues is not a real thing. Or it's not a real thing that us fucking Gentiles get. Especially if we're not baptized. So I don't know. But I do know we are at a half hour. General Piggy, what do you want to do? Chapter 11 is as long as chapter 10. So, I mean, another half hour of me freaking... Oh. Chapter 11. Oh, yeah, it's as long as chapter 10. Might be a little shorter than chapter 10. Yeah, it's a little shorter than chapter 10. But... Oh, it's another... Okay. It's another vision of Peter's. Where God really did try bacon. I thought that other vision was this one, but apparently it's not. But it's the same thing. But it's about eating bacon. Well, okay, maybe not totally bacon, but... No, it's totally bacon. Because that's the only thing they could really eat that was... General Piggy. Here, picky, picky, picky. But if you're not here, that means that, well, this one's going to be a half hour long. This is such a bad time for me to go live. 2 o'clock was better. I don't know. 2 o'clock might be a better time. Is that a vagina next to your name? Is it? You're so dirty. Dirty, dirty. I bet it's not a vagina. It's boobs. Those are some ginormous titties, though. Look, why? You're so naughty. And I don't think I can click it and make it bigger. But hey, you've got me here all to yourself. So, what do you want to talk about? Are you getting any better in your whole, like, search for Jesus thing? And are you learning anything from listening to me? Because but I feel like after this book of Acts, if you're going to hang out, I'll start reading the story of Jesus. I'll start trying to wake up early. Not really. Okay. Well, do you want to hear the story of Jesus after I finish this book of Acts? If I can even get through this fucking thing. But I'm getting through it. I've been skipping too many books. And it's not really right or fair. seeing as like we're not learning or gaining anything from me doing that. Oh my god, X is gonna be so long for no reason. 28 chapters. And what chapter are we on? 12. So what? We got 16 chapters left? We can do that. It'll be like 4 days, 5 days if I can get through them. I like listening. Okay. Well, I love that you like listening. Even when I can't control myself because I hate this guy, Peter. Like, I really hate this guy. But we got like 16 chapters left. So then, do you want to hear the story of Jesus with theatrics and everything? Just let me know because somebody's got to pick the next book. So you get first dibs on what book I read next. Mm, 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 mm. Wow. This cigarette just really just tasted like popcorn for no reason. My toe hurts. Okay. I'm going to assume you said yes, so that's what's going to be next. The story of Jesus. My God, I hate that story though. It's so sad. Um, and with that being said, General Piggy, I am going to go ahead and get out of here because I got to go find something to eat. And my toe hurts so bad. I'm going to go run it under hot water. Yay! Yeah, I'm so happy. Look, okay, I really do want to hump the air right now because you said yes. And also, my toe hurts. I'm going to run it under some hot water. So, damn it, something's happening. Okay. Anyway, I want to say good night. Not good night. Good day. I'll be back at 10 o'clock. Damn it. I don't know what's happening. But anyway, I'll be back at 10 o'clock with Ecclesiastes. That book is so depressing. That book is so depressing. But then we're going to pick another book. And then with another Old Testament book. And I think I might just read the story of Saul and David. That's exactly what I'm going to do because Saul and David are amazing. Great stories. So I love you, General Piggy, and I hope you love me as much as I love you. But I am pressing goodbye.